Howdy.
What's up, man?
Good evening.
I had to hit enter at the moment you hit live.
It's been a minute. I got to figure out where's my background at. There it is. There it is. There it is. Oh shit! How you doing, JP?
I'm doing pretty good. How are you, man?
I'm sure there's a witty anecdote I just can't really pick up right now. But I've been super freaking busy for months now.
Yeah.
It's been a struggle.
Yeah. 2023 is.
2023 has actually been pretty great for me, but it's just been good. Like a lot of people
busy, so that's okay. There's nothing wrong with it.
TJ says it's only been 7 months. Here's the funny part. I took a look at my the last thumbnail I made was back in September.
Oh wow, it's been longer than I realized. Then.
Yeah. So I've been popping in and out of places, but yeah. What's going on, Ryan?
Lasso, what's up?
TJ, I miss TJ. TJ needs to. I think we just need to give TJ a computer that works on the internet so that he can actually join some of these things instead of complaining about his iPad doesn't work with people on it.
Yeah, I know. We definitely do because I miss hanging out with TJ. So.
Yeah, missing some TJ. But yeah, so update on me. Let's see. Last year, company I was working for, we were moving into a new building. I'm an infrastructure manager, right? So my job is to put in the infrastructure into the new building. And once we finished that, there was a move-in process and all that, and then got to the point where we realized that we no longer wanted to work for the person who was in charge. Both me and my boss. So we quit. She did before I. She left the company in beginning of December. But I milked it for a trip out to DC, which was super fun.
Nice.
Seeing the nation's capital. I'd never seen it before. Never been there before. It was fantastic. Seeing the history in the buildings.
Yeah.
That this guy.
This guy. Have we met?
Are you good, man? I guess I don't want to interrupt dinner.
No. Charlie's actually helping finish it, so she's making the tuna melts right now.
Nice. Tuna melts. That's such a California thing, right?
So good. I love it.
Do you have the toaster oven for the tuna melt?
Yep, of course.
Yeah, that's the only way.
Required.
Yeah. Gets the cheese all nice and bubbly.
Yeah, exactly. Sorry. Yeah, just got back from the shop and was finishing up some stuff, and then Charlie helped me finish up dinner.
Very cool.
Right on.
And JP, my LCS had these for 50% off, so I'm going to read them again just to determine how I felt about them, and then I'll pass them on.
Oh, nice.
Nah.
The Kieran Gillen, right? Both of these are the Kieran. Yeah.
Yeah. So the volume 1.
Volume 1. Yeah, 1 and 2. The first 2 trades.
I gotta say, Marvel was.
Or you hadn't?
I read them once before, and I just haven't loved any of it. I've just been like, it's fine.
Sorry. Well, you're not a big Star Wars fan to begin with.
I mean, I love the original movies. I really do. Nothing's ever captured that same feel for me.
Like you're old now.
I always felt Mandalorian did. I think Mandalorian was the first thing to really capture it.
I was always griping about how much, right from the bat, and I know other people came on board with this theory later on, but I felt like it was full of filler episodes from the jump. I was constantly like, why? We didn't need that episode. They just landed on some random planet, fought with some random chick, helped people with their problem, and then moved on to the next planet. Every episode felt like filler to me.
I believe they call that world
building. 8-episode season, and then it's there's really 2 hours of actual story here.
That's not true.
Oh God, that first season. Oh my God, that planet episode. Where they
have you watched television before?
Well, he's about to bring up my love for Lost. Right? He's like chomping at the bit.
Yeah.
To dive
Hey,
in
you know
on, like,
what? It took him 5 seasons to get off the damn island just to find out. Spoiler.
correct. Like I fully agree with you, but they were doing 27 hours some of those seasons, and Mandalorian did like 8 episodes, and they were half fillers. It was like the ratio was shocking to me. Yeah. That one when they're running around the spaceship, and is it Bill? What's his name? The comedian Burr.
Bill Burr.
Bill Burr is like, on the spaceship. Like, did we even need that hour? Like, what was that hour for?
That was entertaining. I like that one. And it's a character introduction, and they brought him back later on to tell the story of how he took off his helmet.
Right. Yeah. So I mean, I signed up for a
segue to season 3, right?
Bounty hunter show that like had a big story to it, and it was like it was the babysitter show, like from the jump.
No,
it was like a
it's Lone Wolf and Cub in
I was
Space.
just not into it.
It's totally Lone Wolf and Cub in Space. If you haven't read Lone Wolf and Cub,
absolutely,
like from back in the day,
why not just go and watch that?
First Comics. Yeah. Oh, phenomenal book.
I've actually never read the book. I've seen some of the show, but that was it. Or I guess they're like mini movie things. Yes, that was me, Jackson.
I don't know how we got started on that, but we did.
I had my Star Wars. I'm giving it another shot.
Bueller, yes, look at him. He has kids. The gray, the Scotch.
I mean, yeah, if it's painfully evident I'm in the midst of my midlife crisis, like, come on. You are watching it across
Tuesday,
television.
and he's got the,
Yeah.
It's a Tuesday, right? Happy Tuesday.
Yeah, exactly.
How much more school you got left, John?
Well, I'm in the admin side now, and I pretty much work all summer. The school year ends a week from Thursday for me, and then I'm doing summer camps, so I'm running the office all summer.
Right on. Hold on, chair.
Oh, you'll like these too, Jimmy. I went and my LCS has been having a lot of like fun. I buy their 50% off trades whenever I can get them. So they had Miller and Claremont.
Oh, nice.
Wolverine.
Yeah.
Like,
you've never read that
trade paperback, right?
Four copies of that.
Wolverine Origin. We learn his first name, and
I'm
the Leprechaun doesn't tell us.
I'm still on the fence about the origin story.
Yeah, that works enough for me.
But I love the Andy Kubert art, though.
Of course, they had Davids of Future Past.
Yeah.
I got one of the Masterworks. This is the beginning of the Dark Phoenix saga. You got Proteus and...
Because you don't have any copies of that either.
Well, this is for the end of Omni X-Men giveaway.
Oh, the giveaway. Okay.
And God Loves Man Kills. They had a nice So I got a bunch of fun old school stuff I can give away to people who may not have.
When Lasso wins like half the awards.
It's going to be Magic Lasso, but whatever. Yeah. So I've been picking up some.
Have you shipped me the drawing yet? Give Justin my address and he can just ship it to me.
That's beautiful, right? Tim Stacy. Sorry, I didn't say Seeley this time. Tim Stacy.
Yeah, it's really good.
Nice. Yeah. So Jackson, what I usually do is I do one mystery box of X-Men related stuff that's really geared towards the person who wins. They have a questionnaire they answer, and I kind of try to build something for them. There he is. Lasso's in the chat. And then I try to give a couple of people a chance to just go through my Epics collection of trades that I can give away so people can get some fun books to read.
There you go.
So a lot of these will, and if they don't go to the person who wins the mystery box, they'll be in the trade box.
That works.
Ryan's already won it once, and then Alan from Climbing Comics won it last year. So we'll see who gets the mystery, the catered X-Men box this year.
Is that 2 weeks?
Yeah, the 27th. So 2 weeks from Tuesday.
Omni X-Men giveaway.
Yes, sir.
That was a fun show. That was thank you for having me on there. I mean, I know we've been trying to schedule that for a minute.
Yeah, because you're usually scheduled.
It was a roller coaster for all of us.
Oh, that schedule. I got to be honest with you. That schedule is almost as bad as Usagi.
Dude,
because we plan it all summer and then it's booked for the year.
Volume 7.
Yeah.
In 2 years. We haven't done 7 shows.
Hey, you know what? Your show is just like that, though. Like, if you said, hey, consecutive Thursdays, we'd be like, all right, we'll just block out the 2 months. but you got to be all over the place.
Yep.
Well,
Nobody's complaining though, right? Like
that's a terrible idea.
It's easy when a certain book is on a certain night and you can just kind of like it's every other Tuesday or whatever it is for like for Philadelphia and Black Hammer. I think that's what made it work was just Justin and I would just stay on and go to the next show.
Well, yeah, you were already doing Omni. That's how that worked.
Yeah. It worked out well.
And I know I've tried to,
except when Justin hosts.
I've been too accommodating and trying to do that show.
Be an asshole, JP. Be an asshole.
No, like because we got into a rhythm though. Like I was like, all right, let's just nail it down. Let's just say like, like every third Thursday or something like that. And it did. We nailed it. Like we got through. I want to say we got through 3 or 4 episodes. Solid, and then shit got crazy for all of us, except for JP because JP's still doing other shows.
Because I have no life. You can say it. It's fine.
Oh.
That.
Do you have a cocktail tonight, JP?
I do not. I could go make one, but
you should go make one.
I'm kind of like the problem if I go make one is I will be asleep because I was out in the sun all day and and it was like 96 here today. So yeah, I'm just like
it's all right. We're not going to go long. You can drink water.
Semi awake as it is.
Semi awake. So yeah, my prolonged absence. There's a lot been going on with that. Started a new job in February, and like anybody knows starting a new job, right? There's a lot to do, right? And so I run a department, and of course that just adds to that, right? And I used to have Fridays off. Now I have half day Fridays, which is still great.
You're getting an order from TJ now.
Yeah. The man has spoken.
Here, you guys want to see my day?
He's like, huh? What? Yeah, that right there. Hey, Kenneth.
Here, this is my day.
We might get Kavi right on. He's on his way back from Canada. Canada. What do we got here?
Where's my day?
Yeah,
45 pounds flathead.
Holy Christ! That's a big fish.
Yeah.
You are going to need a bigger boat.
Let's see. Get the one where it's on the side. There you go.
Wow. Holy cow.
That'll feed a shitload of cats, man. I'm telling you.
No, it went back in the lake.
It went back. Oh.
Well, we were working. We were cheating. We were using electricity.
My favorite's dynamite.
Effectively, yes.
What you doing? Crazy. Fishing?
No, yeah, that was for work. That was not for that was I was helping another crew, but yeah.
Right. So my dad used to tell this joke. Guy goes fishing with a game warden, and he's gets in the boat and he's like, well, I thought we were gonna fish. Why don't you have any poles? And he's like, don't worry about it. He's got a toolbox. He pulls out from under the seat. He pulls out a stick of dynamite and he lights it and he throws it in the water. Boom! All these fish come up. And the game warden just starts freaking out. He's like, you can't do that. What are you doing? He takes out another stick of dynamite, lights it, puts it in the game warden's hand. You gonna fish? You gonna talk? I miss that old man.
Classic
dad humor from the 70s. So since I haven't been on a bit, I have a stack of packages.
Only a stack?
What do we got? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 10 boxes?
Actually, I feel like that's lighter than I would have expected for you. For as long
so I stopped buying for quite a while. As a matter of fact, when I hooked up with Kavi in New York in March was the first comics I bought all year. So we went to Big Apple Comic Con and I picked up a few things from there. But yeah, I just stopped buying. I mean, there was no sense in me really, buying like I had been before, right? And if you saw my Instagram post, you're going to get an idea why. As I'm just looking to really kind of weed out my collection quite a bit.
I need to do that too.
Thin the herd.
Well, yeah, thinning the herd for me is a little bit more involved.
Yeah, your herd.
What is up, my man?
Hey, Gabi.
You guys hear me?
Yeah. You doing okay? Lungs okay?
I mean, I haven't traveled. I haven't traveled with a mask in a minute, like, with the COVID situation. So it was interesting. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
How's Canada?
I mean, I got a mask somewhere along the way, but yeah. I can't talk about that. I was already traveling back all the way down to New Jersey, and then I came back up after seeing my family a bit. So there was there's a lot of delayed, transportation going on in the last 12 to 24 hours here, unfortunately. But yeah.
So was the bad air in Canada, or was the bad air in New Jersey?
There's a bunch of forest fires in Canada, and the whole eastern seaboard is covered with the fallout of
smoke
that.
and
yeah. It's down in central Jersey, even it's
wow.
smoky sky, in the city was terrible. It's awful.
Oh, it's awful. My niece is in West Jersey, and she's 8 months pregnant. So.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
Yeah, she should not go outside
for a bit.
Yeah.
TJ's been cutting back on buying. Yeah.
Hey, when you and I hung out at that con, that was the first comics I had bought all year too. I think.
That's right.
Besides the 3 Star Wars books I have on my pull list, which I don't count those. It's
nah,
whatever.
I get it, but yeah, I just I hadn't really bought anything, and then I just never got around to doing anything on YouTube. So I left all this stuff to unbox, and then I talked to Hialeah, and he's like, I can't make it from the door to the room before I've unboxed the stuff, and I'm like, I respect that. I get that. But I just, it's just been sitting there. I've been so busy that it hasn't been, a necessity for me to really kind of, take care of it or get into it. But I got some stuff recently, though, because once I broke the seal in New York, you just start, finding stuff.
I saw you make a post about moving 12,000 comics or something. Is that what this is about, or is that something different?
No, that's something different. I'll get into that later. But this is just about I have 10 boxes of stuff that I haven't opened.
This is stuff that you have not opened yet.
This is stuff I've not opened, and a handful of things. So I've been traveling a little bit because of work. So I've been able to kind of, pick up some stuff in other places. Hold on to those for a minute because those are pretty cool. I actually went to go do. I went to where the hell is it? Normal, Bloomington, Illinois, to do a school visit with one of my daughters and a competition for the other. And there happened to be. It was funny. We come out of the hotel, right, and there's this big line down the road, and I'm like, what the hell is the line for? And I look over, and there's a Graham Crackers Comics, and I'm like, oh, it must be Free Comic Book Day. Nope, because this was in April. Turns out it was Record Store Day.
Oh.
And bookending the Graham Crackers Comics is 2 record stores, which accounted for the mass of people. But I popped in there. I got my daughter some tapes. She's into cassette tapes, right? So we found her some good stuff. You should tell her to watch. You should tell her to watch a documentary called Cassette, a mixtape documentary of which I produced. No kidding.
Yeah,
really.
I'm gonna check that out. Yeah, we'll watch that together. Absolutely.
Yeah, I'll send you a link. It was on Netflix for a while. It was on Amazon Prime for a while. I gotta actually.
I want to say I saw the.
I gotta check where you can actually see it now. I just I bought it obviously to have it because I was involved. But yeah, it's a cool. Henry Rollins is in it.
Oh yeah, I love Henry Rollins.
the Sonic Youth is in it. Like, there's a bunch of cool people in it.
Very cool.
Nice. So yeah, so we hit the record stores, and I popped into the comic shop as well, and finally found a copy of this, which I have been longing for so long. I'm a solo in on this. DC Spotlight.
Sweet.
So if you don't know, this is the first appearance of the Watchmen, but it's not.
Right.
So the actual first appearance of the Watchmen was in a magazine, and they're on the cover, and it predates their appearance in this. No, I take that back. I think it predates Watchmen #1 is what it is. It predates Watchmen #1 by like a week. Yeah. So I think this is still the first appearance. But it's just like it's a panel at the end, just debuting the book itself. But super clean copy, got it for a good price. They took a little off. Needs a little bit of a clean and a press, but I think, I think it's at least 9.4, right? Which, it's copper, right? So that's in my my wheelhouse for copper, right? I'd love a 9.8, but beggars and choosers, right? But so I'm super happy to get this, right? Because like this book, I mean, if you go on eBay, sure you can find it, right? You can find anything on eBay almost, right? But like you go to like local shops or whatnot, doesn't come up that often, right?
Yeah.
People held on to this thing, and it was a giveaway, So I don't even know what the print run is.
Are you gonna get that graded?
I might eventually, like I really need to kind of like look it over and get a little bit closer on it. But I think I'm certain it'll be at least a 9.4, right?
Are you gonna get that Detective Comics to your left graded, the Catwoman?
That's a poster. Yeah,
that's a poster.
I haven't gotten that one yet.
Oh, you haven't gotten that one yet. Okay.
I have not gotten that one yet. Yeah, so it's definitely hard to find. And I never see that damn thing. What up, Biggie Shaq?
Biggie.
What is going on? So I was in Philly 2 weeks ago. Yeah, not this last weekend, the weekend before. So I was in Philly doing work, and hit one shop there, and I came across these. I picked this up for this one. So it's Paradise X Wizard World Chicago, right? It's a sketch variant of this, which was hiding in the back. This is great Alex Ross cover. So I already had this guy, so I'm probably just gonna sell it or something like that. But this one's pretty sharp. But yeah, I grabbed this. It was a couple of bucks. This is a 9.8 candidate, so I had to get it.
Oh, nice.
Dave Stevens.
Nice.
And if it doesn't come back as a 9.8, I'll probably sell it, because I've already got a copy. But if it does come back as a 9.8, I'm keeping it because, that's just awesome. But that's one of the great Dave Stevens covers. And this, which capped off, the last of the early issues that I needed, except for I have to get, a new copy of 10 because I sold it. But it's a nice high-grade copy of Tomb of Dracula 3.
Oh, nice.
So I think it's the first appearance of Van Helsing's daughter. I can't remember her name, like Elsa Van Helsing or something like that. But yeah, so like I just needed this one. Actually, in one of these boxes is issue 6, which was the other one that I needed. And I think I got like a couple of them when I was with you at Big Apple.
Mm-hmm.
So these came from Phoenix. I was out in Phoenix, and get this. So I'm out in Phoenix, right? And I'm there with actually one of my the guys on my team, and he's also a comic fan and a musician, and his name's Jimmy. Yeah. It's very twisted.
The first parts are cool. That last, him having the same name, it's like, get your own.
Yeah, it gets really weird at that point. Anyway, so we're out there working, and we're both comic fans. So I'm like, hey, let's hit some shops. We went over to Atomic Comics in I want to say it's Chandler, and it's not the same Atomic Comics that used to be in Phoenix, right? But it's like the son of the original owner is involved in it. I don't know, but it was all right. I mean, most of the stuff they had wasn't real nice, but not a big deal. I was able to actually get a couple things from there. I got this Spectre number 9 from volume. I want to say it's volume 2. And it's an interesting issue because basically it's got Madame Xanadu. Like this is one of those DC issues that was a bit more edgy back in the day, right? So it's Mignola, and it's got Madame Xanadu pretty much butt naked, getting seduced by the Spectre through like 3/4 of the book. Yeah, it was like interesting.
If you're gonna
and
do
I found
something, take your time and do it right.
Here you go.
Yeah, and I found these.
Is that what does CGC put on the label for that?
The magazine My Lights.
What are the keynotes?
I don't, I haven't looked it up.
Spectre and Xanadu, get down.
Yeah.
Get
down. But yeah, I finally found a pack of magazine My Lights out in the wild.
Wow.
And they're not making these anymore, so I'm on the hunt. I need like a couple hundred of them.
Yeah, those
for my,
it's freaking. Those are scarce at this point.
Yeah, they are. They very much are. That's that. It goes over there. So yeah, so that was all I got from that one store, right? And then I dropped him off at the airport a couple days later, and then my flight was like 4 hours later. So I'm like, all right, let me see if I can find a couple other ones. Found another shop. That was it was okay. Like he had a bunch of X-Men's, like high grade X-Men's, like early like Silver Age X-Men's, like graded ones, like all up on the wall and stuff like that. And I was like looking at the prices, and I'm like, a little high, But he told me, he goes, I'll be honest with you. I said I'm kind of stuck on the prices. I got those at the height, and obviously they've come down, and I'm like, and you're gonna keep them for a while. So like you got to take the wins with the losses,
Yeah, doesn't do you any good if they're sitting there not making you zero sitting there.
Yeah, I mean they look really nice. But he did have one thing that I bought.
Well, I will say, if you have a physical location, cool comics sitting there going unsold still has some value because they bring people in to the shop.
Yeah, I mean in the box not so much, on the wall definitely.
Yeah.
But so if you don't know about this, so this actually tells the tale of Dr. Doom enlisting Doctor Strange's help to rescue his mother from hell. So this is a very cool story.
Nice.
And Mike Mignola again, right? So great art in there. Roger Stern on the script. But then been trying to find this for a while, and just had a lot of difficulties. I mean, these things get usually beat to shit.
Oh,
finding them in high grade is tough.
Black cover magazines,
right? Yeah.
I think
has anyone gotten the new magazine holder, up close and personal look at it?
From CGC?
Yeah, isn't there like a new magazine?
I want to say, yeah, I think there is. At least there was
either them or CBCS, but I know one of them.
They both have a new one.
Yeah.
Well, CBCS I think has a new holder in general.
Right.
But then
new being like 2 years ago at this point, I think. And I think
well,
they've had a
for
new one.
CBCS, yeah, probably.
Yeah, for CBCS, yeah.
Well, no, I mean CBCS didn't have a magazine for the longest time. I think they didn't.
Yeah, they didn't even grade magazines.
Yeah, they finally have a magazine. I thought, but maybe.
Oh, is that what it is?
Yeah.
Yeah, but I'm hoping CGC has gotten better with their magazines because their old magazine holders were crap.
Yep.
So I left there, and then I went to, I asked him like,
which
hey,
every single one of my magazine slabs is in.
Right.
Unfortunately. So.
I asked the guy, I said, hey, do you know any other good shops? And he told me about this other shop called Fantastic Comics. I want to say it's Fantastic Worlds Comics, right? Which is up in Scottsdale, Arizona, which is 10 minutes from Phoenix, right?
Right.
It's like boroughs basically, right? But except they have a good freeway. And so I pop in there, right? And I'm kind of like looking through, and I'm seeing a lot of really nice stuff, right? A lot of like high grade.
Thanks, TJ.
Silver Age. Right, a lot of good stuff in there. TJ, just going, yes, it's like the new comic holders, big step up, right on. Thank you for the confirmation on that. That's fantastic. But so I'm in there, right, and the guy working there isn't the guy who owns the place, but the guy working there, he's he's doing stuff behind the counter. So I'm just, kind of looking around and everything. And he's like, oh, let me help you. Let me take that out for you on like $6 books. And I'm like, okay, so the owner comes in and he's just walking in with short boxes, right? So he just went and got this collection, right, from this original owner, and starts rebagging the stuff in the store, and they're like pristine copies of Silver Age Spider-Man, Avengers, right? Like, I'm going to tell you right now, because you guys know the story, the Amazing Spider-Man 41, right? First appearance of the Rhino, right? Mm-hmm. How often do you see a high grade copy of that particular book?
Not very often, right? This was like a 9.
I think I've seen some here and there, but probably because I see more, on the East Coast than anywhere else.
That might be the case. Yeah, like every time I see it, though, it's beat to shit, right? Like that book is
the highest grade I've ever owned is a 6.5. Like rated is that I've ever owned.
I think DS had like an 8.0 or something like that when he did that big Spider-Man run. But yeah, so this was like easily an 8.0 to a 9.0 copy, right? In raw, it was beautiful, and I was just like, oh, and of course he wanted good dollar for it, right? Because he knew what he had. But it was like like a lot of the big keys through there, and I just saw a little bit of what he was pulling out. It was just absolutely gorgeous. But I did find a few things from that store. I was able to finish off a big chunk of my early G.I. Joes. This one here, number 16 in a newsstand. Nice. I don't remember exactly, like there's some first appearances in here, but it's like the first 30 issues of G.I. Joe has like a lot of first appearances and things going on, right?
Absolutely. Like always bringing new guys in.
Exactly. Right? Like, oh, hey, like as soon as they release a new, a new run of toys, hey, we're going to put them into the comics. Yay. Here, Larry. This is the big one, though, and this is a sweet copy too. But I paid up for it. I think I paid like $35 for it. But issue 25, first appearance of Zartan and the Dreadnoughts. So this one's a big one because he's I'd say he's probably number 3 on like the major villains list.
Right.
Right. You got Cobra Commander, who's also kind of a joke, but you've got. You've got Destro, you've got Zartan, Baroness, Major Blood, but yeah. So
I only put Baroness above him because she's got boobs.
Yeah, I was gonna say I think Baroness is the only character I know. So,
but like in terms of like I would say like most villainous, right? Because he does so much. Like he was involved in so many storylines of being a real badass.
I'll take your word for it.
Yeah.
And John.
And then issue 29. So yeah, cleaning that off. Like the only one I'm really missing now is 6, right? Everything else is like in the 60s.
I can't remember 6. Does it have anything important in 6? Is there anything?
6 big? Is that Marvel banner with Cobra Commander's helmet.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wouldn't we all?
Anywhere. Put her anywhere.
Yeah.
No. Above, below, wherever she wanted to be.
So then last couple of books I got some keys out of there that I'm going to grade. Just looking for stuff that was going to grade out well. I got this newsstand copy of the Smurfs. You laugh, but it's like they caught that He-Man Thundercats fire, right?
Oh yeah.
But this book in high grade does sell for a couple $100, right? And it's a newsstand, and I think it's like somewhere it's like a 9.6, 9.496, I imagine, somewhere up there. So I'm hoping nice. I can get a couple of bucks for that. Absolutely. And then this one's also a nice copy.
Ooh,
cool.
Yeah,
great cover.
Yeah, this one's still actually pulling down some dollars, so yeah, well worth it.
Great cover.
So that's what I've gotten on my travels, and then this was brought to me by a customer who's been buying a lot. So you guys know anything about the Fantast collection?
I don't think
Heard
so.
about that? Okay, so
no.
So there's a story out there. Like if you go and you check out, was it sellingsuperman.com, or if you're on Instagram, you look up Selling Superman. There's a guy whose father was a lawyer with Asperger's who collected comics his entire life, right? And when I say collected comics, he's like, take me and then put like a, an exponent of like 125, right? So like I've got a lot of comics. That guy has, what do they have it in right now? They've got it in a container, a shipping container.
Yikes.
Right? Like that's the level of purchased comics that he has. His copy of Superman #1 was graded and just recently sold at auction for like $3.5 million, something like that. Anyway, so he's selling off the collection. So he's taking like the bulk of the collection, right? And he's kind of selling it off through different dealers and such. And a guy I know, he came across him and he was like, yeah, he's like, I saw this whole box of Phantom Strangers. He's like, I grabbed a couple out of there. I should have gotten more. He grabbed, I don't think he even grabbed the 14. Like he came back to it. He like came back to his senses. He's like, let me go back over there. And the stuff was gone. But the guy told me, he's like, hey, I've got another box of like later issues. But he didn't really want to later issues, but I told him I did. So he found them for me. And these are all like VF to near mint copies. So like number 32, just, gorgeous copies. 31.
Very cool.
Because I'm trying to get this whole run in like, in high grade.
Sure.
Of course, 14 is going to be the tough one. 30. 29. It's also got like this cool like Frankenstein backup stories in them. 28.
Oh yeah,
That's a very cool cover.
yeah.
27.
These are great. The
Yeah,
artwork's so great on those.
Yeah, I mean you got these Jim Aparo, covers. There's some Neil Adams here. Here's a couple of Jim Aparo.
I love the Neil
right here.
Adams.
Yeah.
You got a Bondage Headlights cover.
That's a Dominguez or
I want to see. Yeah,
or
I think it's Rodriguez on
yeah.
that one. This one's Aparo.
Yeah.
But yeah, of course,
Great
the Neil
skeleton.
Adams ones. The Neil Adams ones were just gone, obviously. So that's a cool one. That's 24, and then 23, another Jim Aparo.
Yeah. Ooh, great! Like a Phantom of the Opera style thing going there.
Right? Yeah.
TJ says that collection is in his area. Still a little mad that the family is profiting off it, considering how poorly they treated him over his collecting. And I at my shop today, there's a guy named Bob who comes into my shop pretty consistently, who is a Guinness Book of World Record holder for the largest single collection of comics. No doubles, no duplicates, none of that stuff. Over 101,000 single issues of comics. Wow. He's always hosting events at his house on the weekends for people to come out and check it out and things. But he was in there today. He's buying his books.
Yeah, like TJ, like you got a solid point on that. It is in the Detroit area. The thing about it is it's like, yeah, you can go one way or another. Yeah, I mean it's definitely not a TV movie of the week look at how to treat people with disabilities, and especially when you have some kind of a portion which is very obsessive compulsive. But like they're not talking about that part. So, but of course, when you live in it, you got two sides, to the story. So like I try to stay out of that piece of it.
Yeah.
But so that's I've got those, and I actually picked up a couple of keys from C2E2. I got a Shazam #1 and Shanna the She-Devil #1 that are both like I think I'm relatively certain that Shazam #1's in a 9.6 or a 9.8. Nice. And the Shanna is a 9.4. Well, it's between like it depends on the grader. It could go down to a 9, for like a very slight color break in the center of the cover. Who knows? But I'm getting the certificates for that because it's collection status, right? So it's not a pedigree or anything like that. So I'm getting the certificates sent over from the guy I bought it from, who owns stores in that area, and I'll send those in for grading once I get those, just to kind of see that. Entropy in Comics, how you doing, sir? Good to see you, Keb. So that's it for the loose stuff. I'm gonna pour another drink and we can get into some boxes.
Time to open a box.
Right? What are you drinking, John?
And I got so used to my smaller size on the screen. Now I'm all off
I got the bottle of Eagle Rare I'm working on.
So I have fallen in love with Bumbu rum.
Bumbu.
I haven't been drinking rum in a long time.
That looks
was
like
my
something
favorite drink
out
just
of
out of
Black
college.
Sails or something. I don't know.
It is. It's very.
That
It's very Caribbean. Like pirate level
Nassau
kind of rum. Yeah. There's a story about it. Yes, there's an authentic Caribbean legend. Bumbu is blended from fine Barbados rum and hand-selected spices that evoke the rich and colorful history of the West Indies.
There you go.
Yeah. But it's got like this like kind of like vanilla, kind of finish to it. So
Nice.
good.
You mix it with some Coke or anything?
Yeah, cutting it with Coke.
Nice. I love rum and Coke was my drink du jour for quite a long time.
What up, Ben Compton?
It's also like because it's got that extra caffeine and sugar. It wakes you up too. It gives you a little boost.
Yeah, I get that. TJ, you're absolutely right. Shanna definitely jumped up. I don't know why. I think it's just one of those like one-off.
Who owns the rights
page.
to that, film-wise or adaptation-wise? Does anyone own it?
No idea.
I don't.
I don't know.
Yes, if it's not me, I could care less.
I own it. I just don't want to do anything with
Presumably,
I think it might be Dynamite.
I'm gonna
Like,
help.
Aren't there newer like Jungle Girl comics that Dynamite puts out?
There's Jungle Girl, and then
not Shanna, right?
Yeah, Shanna the She-Devil, though she was with Kazar at some point.
Kazar, I don't know.
Yeah, I have no clue.
I think Biggie's talking about your first Gwen Stacy back there.
Oh yeah. Okay.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, we did after the spider stuff. We did with the movie this week. I put spiders in my background for a while.
All right, let's get into a freebie. So I'm on the train on the way home, and what's her name? Nat used to be the comic queen. Now I forgot what she calls herself now, but she's been doing.
DC
No, it's not. Yeah, I thought it was DC Comics. She's like, no, it's
the comic queen.
The comic queen. I was like,
comic queen.
Well, that was really confusing.
Yeah, so now I think it's like the comic queen.
Okay, so TJ says Marvel owns Sheena, so maybe does that have anything to do with it? I mean, I don't know.
I'm sure they're probably talking about doing some adaptation. I'm sure some story broke somewhere from somebody's ass, and it's decided that she's going to be the next big thing, like Mephisto.
Into the Sheenaverse.
Into the Sheenaverse.
Across the Sheenaverse. Beyond the Sheenaverse.
So anyway, she was doing some trivia thing, and I just popped in and I got the right answer. So I got a stack of Image comics, which, as you all know, are my absolute favorite.
Oh yeah.
But let's see what we got. These may become giveaways for somebody. Who am I kidding? They're definitely going to be giveaways for somebody.
So wait, what are these? These are variants?
I don't know.
You don't know what
they're just random indie Image books.
Random Image comics. So apparently they had some Image, special connection or whatever.
Oh, TJ was saying Marvel is Shauna. Sheena is a different character. So I guess who owns Sheena is still a mystery.
Oh yeah, so Sheena is from Golden Age, and I have no idea on that one. So Shanna the She-Devil, Shanna.
Oh,
she's a Marvel character.
Sheena. God, I'm getting confused.
Yeah. So what is this?
Asleep.
I have been breathing in toxic air all day. So.
No, I think he was talking about me he thought I was frozen, but I was just like sitting here. It's because I'm asleep.
Oh, there you go.
Vanish number 6.
Indie guy.
World Tree 33, number
I'm
1.
right. I'm right here.
hot
Just
new
work
book.
with the cat. Sorry, cat problems.
Cat problems.
Magic Order number 4.
Mm-hmm. The World Tree's a hot book.
Indigo Children number 1. Is it?
Mm-hmm. It's a brand new series. I think there's only 2 issues out, but yeah, it's like the hot new indie thing at the moment.
At the moment. All right, yeah, let's not make this super easy to get into, shall we?
No, why would you want it easy to get into that?
Right. Ugh. All right. Spawn 340 with the Green Lantern Spawn.
Green Lantern Spawn.
Dead Romans number 1. Radiant Pink number 4.
It's random. Yeah, this really is.
Man, I never heard of any of these books.
Radiant Pink is like one of the spin-offs from
Besides
Radiant
Magic
Black.
Order and Walking Dead.
It's like a whole.
Obviously.
It's like a whole Radiant universe now.
Oh, here's something cool because I dig the artist. Well, here's Walking Dead number 60. That was 60, and this is 61. Walking Dead Deluxe. But Mirka Andolfo's Sweet Paprika, Black, White, and Pink.
That I know.
#1.
That I know.
Yeah.
I like Mirka's art.
I like her work. She does some really cool stuff. Yeah. Anyway, so look for those in a giveaway sometime.
There you go.
All right. So that's box 1. There you go. Oh, Alex the Comic Order. This wasn't from his most recent
something
one.
you bought
That's
from
always
him,
trouble
or
getting
AOK?
boxes
Yeah.
from Alex. Those tend to be.
Well, so I was super upset because I
tends to be
missed out.
trouble.
I missed out on a Terrors of the Jungle number 19, which is a Schomburg cover.
Yeah.
And so this was the runner-up. Mostly because I'm hunting down this series, and this is a nice looking copy, honestly. But it's we'll go big here. Mary Marvel number 26,
Very cool.
Ooh, wow.
the original Golden Age. Yeah, it's a nice copy.
The colors look super sharp.
Yeah, that's the one thing you can usually count on with Golden Age books, right? They use really good inks and good paper, right? And they last a lot longer. Yeah, he did a show last night, but I got this from his one previous to that. But yeah, so happy with that guy. That one's you know what? That's the crapper pile. Let's put this. That's the keeper pile.
You have a crapper pile. All right.
No, well, I mean, all due respect to to Nat and Shortbox, it's great. They're doing giveaways and stuff like that.
Stuff you're not collecting, so
Yeah, it's just that. Yeah, that's not. Yeah, that's going to go with
as you mentioned earlier. You're doing what
books.
a lot of us are doing, which is trying to pare back on that kind of stuff in your collection.
Well, I've completely stopped buying new books, right? Unless I see a cover that I just absolutely dig, right? Like I need to get a copy of that Poison Ivy from Jenny Frison that came out, that number 19, because that thing is absolutely gorgeous, which John's about to pull out.
Issue 13 dropped today, and I got all the five main covers for it.
No, maybe it's 12. It might have been 12. I think it's last.
It was
last
12
month.
that had so that I got.
That's cool.
They're all. This is my personal favorite, but they're all just.
Is that Perillo?
No, I don't know the name of that artist, but it was not a big name. This is my personal second, like great cover A. Like I just love this cover A. Frank Cho.
Oh, nice Frank Cho. I like that.
And this is a connecting cover, so if you get the Harley Quinn issue 31, it's her face.
Oh yeah, the Pride Month covers.
Yeah.
Yeah,
so I got the other half of that, but I've been loving that series, so I've been stocking up on those. Half of my pull list today was just that book.
Yeah,
I
you loved it
looked
so
in.
much
I looked
you bought
into the
original
story.
art.
This is the truth.
Good.
You've
Yeah,
That's,
John
that's,
took
that's
your
the
case
next
for that.
that's the next level of love right there.
I've started down a very dark, deep rabbit hole.
I think this is something I got off of Whatnot.
Oh, that's still a thing?
Yeah, they haven't absolutely torpedoed it yet.
Okay.
Which, I mean, I hope they don't, because I need to sell a shit ton of books. So,
If you're selling mostly slabs, I've liked short boxed a lot.
oh yeah, no, I do slabs
Yeah,
through
it's pretty
short box. But no, I'm selling. Like I said, I got to
Raw.
sell about 12,000 raw books. So,
Although the thing with
Yeah,
short box is I've had a lot of books just sit there for months, like, and books have sold quicker on my own website over short box, and definitely books have sold way quicker on eBay versus short box. So I'm not. I mean,
Yeah.
I like it. Like you could occasionally find a good deal there, but if you're trying to move a lot of slabs, I feel like
You just got to
It's not-
price them to move, I think. To
yeah,
get
you got to
off
price them to
because
move.
they do a
and-
lot for the seller on there to make them aware of the most recent eBay price sales and things like that.
they
So
do a lot for the buyer.
Well,
on
yeah,
that.
but everything I put up there has had
the
that
buyer, I
great
meant, sorry, the
price. Has had that little great price marker next to it because I always price to sell. I don't.
Yeah, I mean,
price to
and
sell.
they do that red light, yellow light, green light on there
Yeah.
pretty clearly to let you know if that book is priced well.
Well, I need to check
purchase.
out the redesign. I have not really checked.
I haven't been on it since
they relaunched
dropped.
it. I need to check
And
the new
they've
one
done
out.
it with raw books too. Now they've got raw
Okay.
books on there.
Oh, really?
Unfortunately, they're not as tapped in on signed books though.
Yeah,
So I have a couple of signed books on there, and they're like red, and I'm like, things triple sign. I'm like,
yeah. The variables, there are definitely variables in that red, yellow, green.
All right, so I have no idea what this is because I don't remember how long ago I got it. Oh yeah,
There you go.
no, I got this from Instagram. Sweet. This is one of the
Yikes.
last Dave Stevens covers. I
think that's like Kenny Comic Head 84 is like one of his favorite covers, right? I think.
Oh, it's such a great cover.
Yeah.
It really is.
Right.
So
Absolutely.
happy to get that. I know, and I know that
You
this
got
one
a
wasn't.
bunch of Dave. That's your second Dave Stevens of the night, right?
Yeah. Because then you look at the back, and that's Vanguard, something I can't remember the name of it. But that's a cover for another book.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
But yeah, it needs a clean and a press. I mean, it's no 9.8 like DS has, but clean and a press, I think it'll look good enough. Oh god, and it's got those metal staples that always get rusted. Ooh, and it really is 3D.
Oh wow.
Does it come with the glasses too?
Oh,
There they are.
There you go.
You guys a slow internet connection looks like you've been in 3D all night. Just saying.
You'll give John a couple more rounds, and we'll all be looking 3D to him.
Yeah, that's fair.
All right, so that's a good one. Ooh, I know what this is. This is from Paradise Comics because I got the international label on it. And again, I do not remember what I got from them so long ago. This is definitely from last year.
But that makes it like a mystery box for you.
Right? Yay! What did I pay for so long ago?
Right? You wait. I mean, I never have the patience for that. Like I will.
I used to be like that, but now I buy less stuff through the mail versus saving it for the in-person occasions.
Right.
So
Yeah.
it's like, so when something comes in, I just immediately open it now.
Right? All right, what do we got here? Okay. Oh, yeah, I remember. Yeah, he had a fire sale on these. So we got Batman 209.
Oh, look at that cover! Holy crap!
And that price is in Canadian, so it's like 2/3 of U.S. price.
It's like 5
Look
cents.
at
God,
those
that looks
blacks.
like almost like a Nick Cardy style there.
A little bit.
Who did
I-
that?
What's the latest
based on the
exchange rate?
Robin?
Like 2/3, 60 something percent,
I think it's about 2/3. Yeah,
2/3. Yeah, something like that.
based on that Robin, I don't think you're far off.
That's
What
a
we got
great
on here?
cover.
Irv Novick and Joe Giella.
Yeah, Love JoJo.
Yeah, but I mean, hey, even outside the Mylar, right?
God, look
how
at
clean
that.
that looks.
Sweet.
That's gorgeous.
Nice.
Yeah.
Copy.
Great cover.
But yeah, he had some good. He's got it marked as a 5.0. I mean, I think with a press, it'll definitely go up. It's got a little color break crease at the bottom. But yeah, it was a good looking copy.
Biggie thought it was Carmine.
No, Joe Giella. The Green Lantern that I needed, number 17.
Great.
Yeah.
Another Green Lantern I needed, number 72.
Nice. Black cover.
Oh, some more Batmans. Here we go. This is 204, another black.
Nice.
Like I said, he had these for cheap. 207. Because I finished off my my bronze to current, so I got to get into the silver age on these.
So is Batman not going into this 12,000 comic sale? Like, what's the deal? Come on.
No. I gotta be honest with you. I love all the Batman all the way till the end of the original DC universe. Right, like when they flipped over to New 52, like I'll sell those. Like,
yeah, right.
But
modern era, basically.
Yeah, like everything else is going to be like copper to current is going, except for X-Men and Batman. Batman Giant Size 187. This one's a little bit lower grade.
Love the checkerboard.
And then this is a cool one here. This is Detective 376.
Like that one.
Yeah, just all in really nice shape. He's got this one marked as a 7.0.
Super clean.
Yeah, that's what I'm really going for now. Like I'm really trying to like so first round of parting up the collection is going to be get rid of everything that's like I don't want to keep. Right, get rid of the filler that I don't want to keep. If I want to read it, I'll read it online. I don't care. It's not a big deal. Like I don't need to have it. But beyond that, then it's about upgrading. Right, so I'll start going through the silver and bronze age stuff and pulling out things that are below my standard, for the collection, and then move the rest of those out. Thank you, Biggie. Yeah, absolutely. I dig those books.
All right, Kate's home from volleyball, so I'm gonna bow out, guys.
Yeah, no problem.
Later, John.
Later, Johnny.
Have a good night, guys.
Take it easy. All right, so this is from Collector Supreme, and this one's cool. It's not actually a book, though. Or I should say it's not a comic, but it's comic related. He was doing like an Instagram sale. And like nobody jumped on this, so I'm like, you know what? I'll get it because I like to pick these things up. Oodles of bubble wrap.
Hardcover? Oh, nice.
Oh, very cool.
So the first
I like
Superman
that
comic.
line. I like that line of hardcovers, that like Golden Age kind of line.
Yeah,
the
absolutely.
Batman ones are really cool too.
Yeah,
Batman ones.
I've got a lot of those. The problem with the Batmans is that they don't go in order.
Yeah, that's true. They just kind of do key, like I guess more important issues and stuff.
Yeah, they kind of like did. They do a run, like Batman, and they do a run of Detective, and then they do Batman and Robin, and it's like random shit, kind of popped around in there. But yeah, so that's a cool. That's volume 1 of the DC archives for Action Comics.
Very cool.
So that gets. Does it say what it gives? Because I want to say Superman was like every other one. Yeah, like it shows issue 7, 10, 13, and 19 on the back. And then, they were multiple stories in there. So you can fill this up with a couple of dozen books, from just the backup stories. All right. What's next? Comics Elite. This is what I was thinking from Whatnot. This is probably just a very cool variant.
I was going to say, yeah, from them, that's got to be what it is. Hey, Sleepy Reader.
Yo, Damien, Sleepy.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. Right on. Sleepy Reader. Oh, yeah. So John missed out on this. He's already got it, but I had been trying to get it for a minute. It's that Dan Mora.
Oh, I have
Poison
that
Ivy
one.
*1. Yeah, like I just missed it. Like
when it first came out. I love that.
It was gone, all over my area, and I was like, shit. So I just came across it, and I was like, yeah, let me grab that.
Yeah.
So
I'm holding out for the NFT of that. No, I'm just kidding. I assume that was digital, that art.
It's possible.
I think more is digital for the most part. Yes,
I think so. But
it's just it's a stunning piece. It really is. I just I can't get enough of that.
It doesn't have value necessarily, but it's a gorgeous cover.
No,
yeah, it's a nice one.
Because that's another piece of the collection that I'm keeping. I have a whole rack of books that are just
cover art,
right? And I've got them organized by the artist, right? So I just like Perillo and stuff like that. I just random stuff that I just don't, I wasn't collecting a series on, but I loved the cover, right? Stuff for Comigories when it comes back.
There you go. Talk to John. It'll be back.
Talk to John.
Well, maybe.
Talk to John's agent.
Yeah, talk to John's agent.
So this is
back, and then it didn't happen. So I don't know when it's going to be back. Maybe fall.
All right. So this is a biggie. This is a Biggie Shack book right here.
All right. Now you piqued my interest.
Right. So you guys remember they're doing Comics Curing Cancer?
Mm-hmm.
So this is from what's his name? Rob's Fat Stacks of Comics.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So he did an unboxing on this. Yeah. So he did an unboxing on this on his channel, and then took bids for Comics Curing Cancer. So yeah.
Good on him.
We got some Rob's Fat Stack stickers.
There you go.
Cool.
And if you haven't watched Rob's channel, it's really good. Like he's got.
I assume there's fat stacks of comics on there.
Yeah, well, he's got So he a lot of slabs, but he had a show.
I think I've seen
Only
some
Slabs?
of his videos before at some point.
Yeah. He had a show called I think it's called Only Slabs now, but the one before that was Slab Hub or something like that, and he was getting was getting threats.
Yeah,
from
I've
Pornhub
seen
about
that.
it.
I've seen that. Yeah. Yeah. He slyfully copies a media site's logo.
Right? Yeah.
With that.
As if we haven't all done that. Anyway, so he had gotten this book in, and it's like there was a story behind it. And at this point, I can't even remember what it was, but like it's like this super low grade. So it's a CBCS, Amazing Spider-Man 122, The Death of the Green Goblin.
Man, I think I sold I had an 8.5 of that. I sold it, but man, it's a great book.
Right. Yeah. Mankey's and that's why I've jumped on there. Like, he'll tell me about I'm going to be on Rob, so I'll jump on there and just see the crazy shit that he has. And then he's been great with the fundraising. But the cool thing about this book is like when you look at this, it's got this just nasty stain on the back.
Oh my god, that is nasty.
It's awful. It is absolutely awful.
Yeah, but it presents fine on the front.
Yeah, and then there's something like they wrote shit in between the letters.
Oh, okay, well, maybe not so fine. But,
yeah. I mean, it's just, but it's a low grader, right? I paid in for charity, right? I'll probably, I'll sell it, but it's a cool book,
That's like the exact kind of book that, would make a bunch of different collectors at a different budget range happy, like if you're looking for high grade for your collection, but
that's why I called it the Biggie Shack book.
There you go.
Biggie's like, I'll get it. Doesn't matter what it is, I'll get it.
Yeah.
And absolutely that's how people collect. I get it.
Mhm.
TJ in here. I have 121 and 122, both 9.6. We know where you got those, TJ. We were there for the show.
We witnessed that.
Yeah, we witnessed that. You ain't gonna rub that in.
We know how that came about.
Right? So yeah, we'll put that down here. That's got to get resold. All right, we're down to 4 more packages. Right on.
Oh wow, we were right through them.
Nope. 5. There was one hiding. This is from Super World. I think this might be my my other Tomb of Dracula, which is funny because I bought a bunch. I got one from them there, and then I bought a bunch of them off of them at Big Apple.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, that's right. You picked up a Tomb of Dracula, yeah.
Newspaper. Let's see.
Cardboard inside the newspaper?
Nope.
Well, Pelosi was still wearing a mask in this, so. Should probably keep the mask on. Oh, okay. Oh no! Oh, I know what this is. This is not the Tomb of Dracula. This is much cooler. All right. We got Deadly Hands of Kung Fu, issue number 23. This is actually a pretty decent key.
That's cool, man. I
So
like that. I don't think I've ever seen that.
I don't think I have either.
I'm not a kung fu, collector really, so I don't know. But yeah.
So I'm not collecting Master Kung Fu, but I am collecting this one. But this one specifically, so there's 2 issues that were big keys in the Deadly Hands of Kung Fu. First one is issue number 19, which has the first appearance of White Tiger.
Right.
And this is the second one. And like not a lot of people know like who they wouldn't even recognize the character, but this is the first appearance of Jack of Hearts.
Oh, okay.
Okay. Yeah, I've heard the
Who
name.
actually killed Scott Lang.
Oh. Interesting.
So are you guys familiar with
Actual
the Avengers finale comic? All right, so you guys so you guys remember House of M, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Okay, so House of M goes through and Wanda brings back Clint, right? And then once the world reverts, back from House of M and they get things back to normal, then we get into like Avengers like Shattered or Avengers finale, right? But it's where they end up, like finishing off the Avengers. And that's when the Avengers title ends. I don't remember. I can tell you here in a second.
Not important. Don't worry about
it. But anyway, so
Disassembled. That's
Jack of Hearts. Yeah,
that I remember. Avengers Disassembled.
Yeah.
I was like, okay.
Avengers Disassembled. Yeah.
Yeah, that I remember.
So it's right before they go into New Avengers, right, which is like one of the best Avengers runs ever. And so Jack of Hearts was dead, right? Like Jack of Hearts has this weird condition where like, he has to he expels this energy, right? He basically explodes, almost like Nitro. So he shows up and he looks like a freaking zombie, right? And all this stuff is being done by Wanda. And he shows up and he walks up and Scott Lang walks up to him. He's like, "Hey man, how you doing?" And he goes, boom, it just explodes and kills Scott Lang. It's crazy. Is that right? It was Disassembled.
That's
House
what
of
I
M,
remember.
then New Avengers.
Exactly. I wasn't 100%, but I was like,
it was somewhere in there. Yeah, because the whole thing with Disassembled, it was all Wanda.
Yeah.
And it was her just going batshit crazy. So that makes sense. Yeah. But yeah, so
wish they just
first appearance
adapted
of
that
Jack
to
of
the
Hearts.
screen instead of Doctor Strange too.
Right? Yeah. No shit. So yeah, so I'm very I'm very hyped about this because it's really good shape. Yeah. It's like my magazines, I always try to get like a 9.0. It just seems to be like the grade that I get magazines in, Mm-hmm. Avengers Finale was the first CGC book I ever bought. Nice.
Wow.
Very cool.
It would not have been on my bingo card for TJ's first.
Right? I thought it was Mike Turner. What do we have here? Ooh, Hiram Duarte. Ooh, this is the Big Daddy book. I'm gonna wait on this one. That's the one big boy book I've gotten a lot. But I do have another box from Superworld, and this is probably this is probably the Tomb of Dracula.
This is the third or fourth time you said that.
Right?
They love the newspaper.
They do. But pack it somehow, right?
Yeah.
Sure. But it's well packed. I mean, they've got that, and then they've got cardboard.
Yeah.
So they do a good job. All right, what do we got here? Maybe, maybe not. We'll be wondering where it is. Here we go. Some more Golden Age. G.I. Joe number 12.
Oh, wow.
So I've been collecting these G.I. Joe books from oh gosh, what's the name of that? I can't remember the name of the publisher. It's like starts with a Z. But these are some cool Golden Age, and then GI Joe number 18. What's it? Like Ziff Davis or something like that.
Oh, okay, gotcha. Yeah,
it's hard to tell in the Mylar, but like they've got great cover.
Hard
art.
to tell with your internet connection, bro.
Yeah, at the
my internet. Was my internet connection bad?
Yeah, you've been blurry like this whole show, man.
Oh, are you shitting me? Oh, I'm gonna be
like. I mean, maybe it's just for me, and maybe it looks clear
You've been going in and out for me. Like you'll be blurry, then you'll be clear, then you'll be blurry, then you'll be clear, and then
Wonderful.
What are you gonna do?
Anyway, so yeah, so there's a bum shot right there.
You can still see it.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, some cool GI Joe books there. Oh. Now I'm going to be wondering where that damn Tomb of Dracula is. All right. So these just came in. So those were all from last year.
Okay.
And these just came in. All right. So this one's from my buddy Mike. You guys know him from Luther Manning.
Oh yeah, Mike. Okay. What's the name of his website again?
Sellingcomics.com.
That's it. I knew it was something very generic like that, but I forgot exactly what it was. I own the domain buycomicbook.com, so I might switch over to that just because of the traffic. It's just so organic, like compared to just comicbooksnyc.store. But yeah, we'll see.
Right. Okay, so I got a couple. So he was like letting some stuff go on eBay, and I'm like, oh, let me see what he's got, and picked up a couple of good books. And he was telling me this stuff was high quality, so, and he knows what he's talking about when it comes to that. So if you haven't, check him out on eBay. He's Retro Recollectibles.
Okay.
Here we go. Doorway into Nightmare number 3. Trying to get the mini. So this is the first Madame Xanadu. Not this issue, but 2 after that. But yeah, so but looking for high grade copies of that. So I dig. This is Mike Kaluta, I think. But yeah, some great DC bronze, and then this one's it's got a little tanning on the edge, but this should be a pretty high grade. This is Flash 198.
Love that cover, dude. Love it.
It is a very cool cover, but there's
that's Gil Kane, right? That's a Gil Kane. Yeah.
Yeah, it's a pretty big key though. as this is the first solo story of Zatanna.
Oh, that's right.
In the
I think I
backup.
know that from somewhere, and I couldn't remember what the key was. That's right.
Yeah, I know I have that in my collection somewhere in some box that I can't
Yeah.
find.
That I can't find. But yeah, I think he had this marked as like a 9.0.
Nice.
So yeah, so like happy about that. You know,
I think
nice.
I've also given that away in an
Ron.
AOK, but I can't remember to who.
Like, I have another copy, but I don't remember what the grade is on it. But you know, for the price that was on it, I was like, it was worth it because, like I said, it was running auctions, and you know, some stuff just doesn't sell that high. But I did get a nice Wonder Woman Bronze Age bondage slab, just a couple days ago. It's,
yeah, see, the first solo story, like as a key designation or a minor key designation, really doesn't do as well, even as second appearance sometimes. You know what I mean? Like you know what I mean? Like, because there's a difference, and it's not always the first solo story is the second appearance, right? There's sometimes an appearance before that. Death and Sandman first solo story is like in the teens, you know, I think the issue, and that's not a money book, you know.
Good. It tends not to be.
Tends not to be, yeah.
So these last two actually came from Big Will.
Nice.
Did a little trade with Big Will. He had some stuff listed on Instagram, and I was like, oh yeah, I like that. So we'll do the raw dog first. So we just traded straight value. I traded him some keys, and he sent me some good stuff. So this one was just one that was really interesting to me, and I'd never seen it before. But there's something very cool about it to me. It is Josie and the Pussycats.
Oh, nice.
It's a one-shot, I think. Yeah. It's a one-shot. It's signed down here at the bottom.
Oh,
but here's the cool part. September 28th is my daughter's birthday.
Oh, nice.
And she's starting to play guitar. So, yeah. I just, like, I saw it. I was like, because I'm a huge big Josie and the Pussycats fan. And just, you know, like, I thought it was very cool that it had that. So,
that is cool.
Snag that up. And then this one, super nice.
Oh, nice.
Greg Horn, Wonder Woman Blackest Night, number 3.
Yeah.
Wonder Woman A Star Sapphire. So I know last I was going to be digging on this.
For sure.
But I every time I found this book, it's kind of like messed up. But he had it for a good price. So I was like, all right, sweet. You know, swap that out.
Very cool.
Cool.
There you go, Ryan.
Yeah, that was actually the one. That was one of the books that he had posted. That I was like, that might be interesting in that. And then it was gone. You'd already swooped in.
Yep, I didn't wait around. Okay, so this is the last one.
This is the big book.
This is the big book. So I got this
off your list.
No,
not that big.
No, it's not. It's not a Grail book. Okay. I mean, it is and it is not, right? So it's not from the Grail run.
Yeah.
Though I have
it's an impulse Grail.
It kind of is, actually.
Yeah. I just invented that, so
impulse Grail, yeah.
Unless I'm sure Biggie Shack has said it before,
pending,
but yeah.
And Don Dada
patent pending.
Everybody's gonna owe Don Dada money at this point. So I'm in DC, and I was like running back and forth to like, what was it, Home Depot for parts and shit, and Hiram's Collectibles on Instagram was running a claim sale with Doc. I can't remember his name. He's like at his place in Texas, and they're doing a claim sale. So
Doctor in Texas?
Huh? What's that?
You said a doctor in Texas?
Yeah, he was at his place in Texas.
Doc Shaner. Doc Shaner.
No, not Doc Shaner. Anyway, he's.
Well, that's what Cole's saying. I don't know Doc in Texas, so I don't.
I honestly I cannot recall off the top of my head what his Instagram handle is, but he gets a lot. He's got a lot of golden age stuff like that. Anyway, he was selling a bunch of stuff. I think it was in order to buy another bigger book. But I was able to pick this up for a really good price.
Sweet.
So first Ant-Man in costume.
Very
Good one, man.
Not exactly the grade I was looking for because I've got the first Hank Pym in a 6.5.
Oh wow!
But this one was like I said, it was a good price, and the copy that I had was like really bad, really low grade, like a 1, maybe a 0.5. So I got this. Funny enough, I got this in December, and obviously it's been sitting around in a box the whole time.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm gonna have to track down where the hell that Tomb of Dracula number 6 is because clearly it's not here. But I got this, so I used the Tales 35 as trade bait at C2E2, and leveraged that and a couple other things. Sold those for cash to a dealer, and used that cash to go buy original art off of Terry Moore.
Oh,
I bought some original Strangers in Paradise pages.
very
Nice.
cool.
That's awesome.
So yeah, I was like, sweet.
You got enough for an original art hour yet, or not?
I actually think I might. I bought a heavy a heavy amount last year. What was the minimum? 10 pieces?
I'm gonna have to raise that to like 15 because you can't really
right.
go an hour, but
right,
if you
fine.
don't have
I'll hold you
15,
then.
then I'll bring art to supplement your picks. Because I no longer really bring art when I do the episodes unless it's like necessary to flesh it out to an hour.
Yeah,
I get you. What's up, Schulte?
Oh, Schulte.
well, I'm gonna crash, fellas, but
yeah, I'm
You
gonna
look
bounce
like you're
off
on the
this
verge of. Woo,
I've been
minute.
like I stuck it out. I was watching the books, but yeah,
no,
I'm like
you were
crashing.
a trooper.
So all right,
thanks for hanging in, JP.
yeah, we will.
But yeah, no, that's it. That's the 11 plus boxes of shit that I've had just kind of sitting around.
Yeah, let's just wrap it up then. No need to extend it. Yeah, perfect. That was
no worries. But
haul.
thanks guys for hanging out. Appreciate it. Kavi, thanks for braving the ugliness of the East Coast, the northern East Coast.
You don't really have to thank me. I was gonna do
make it. I'm thanking you for making it back alive.
Survival.
But also thanks to JP and John for hanging out. Appreciate you guys and everybody in the chat. It's good to see y'all and good to hang out.
Later, fellas.
Later.
Take it easy.